Our last distinguished panel member is Dr. Scott Koenig, who is the chairman of the board of directors at Applied Genetic Therapy Corporation, a private biotechnology company developing genetics. Dr. Koenig is a board member of the Biotechnology Industry Association, as well as a member of its emerging companies section governing body. Dr. Koenig is also a board member of the Children's Research Institute at the Children's National Medical Center. He received his AB and PhD from Cornell University and his MD from University of Texas Health Science Center in Houston. He completed his residency in internal medicine at the Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania and is board certified in internal medicine and allergy and immunology. Dr. Link, you could probably discuss this with Dr. Koenig. I too suffer as a fellow North Carolinian. Welcome to the subcommittee, Dr. Koenig.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Chairwoman Elmers, Ranking Member Richmond, members of the committee, ladies and gentlemen. I'm President and CEO of Macrogenics and Chairman of the Board of Applied Genetics Technology Corporation. I'm appearing before the committee on behalf of the Biotechnology Industry Organization, which represents more than 1,200 companies, academic institutions, state biotechnology centers, and related organizations in all 50 states. I'm a scientist, physician, and entrepreneur, and I've worked at the NIH and in the biotechnology industry for the past 27 years. During my career, I have held positions including Senior Vice President of Research at MedImmune, co-founder and CEO of Macrogenics, and board director of AGTC. During this time, I've been involved in the development of multiple biological products, such as a therapy to prevent a fatal viral illness in premature infants, a vaccine to prevent cervical cancer, and a number of other promising therapeutics still in development to treat juvenile diabetes, West Nile virus infections, and many types of cancers. I have seen the importance and impact of the SBIR program in the biotechnology industry, but sadly, from my perspective, current rules have inhibited the growth and survival of small private biotechnology companies and the development of promising technologies and products due to the inability of the venture-backed companies to participate in the SBIR program. Let me illustrate examples of each with two quite different outcomes for treatments for children. In the 1990s, MedImmune was a small biotechnology company in Gaithersburg, Maryland, funded by venture capitalists, and became a publicly traded company in 1991. At that time, one of the lead programs was a monoclonal antibody to prevent respiratory syncytial virus infection in neonates. The research and development of this program was funded by SBIR Phase 1 and 2 grants. Today, this product is called Synagis, the first and only FDA-approved product to prevent an infectious disease, and has been used now in over 600,000 children. MedImmune employs thousands of highly skilled professionals. If current SBIR rules prevailed at the time when MedImmune scientists first were working on and applied for these grants, MedImmune would have been ineligible to receive those SBIR funds, and it would have significantly impacted the development of the program in the company. Contrast this with the outcome at AGTC. Today, AGTC is a small private biotechnology company in Alachua, Florida. It is developing cutting-edge product candidates to treat and cure different genetic diseases using adeno-associated viral vectors produced by the proprietary manufacturing process. The company, by all parameters, is a small company. They have 7 employees, no product revenues, and large capital requirements to advance their programs through early-stage preclinical and clinical development. Currently, all their venture capital money is being used to fund 2 early clinical trials, and they have no other capital to support other avenues of research. Prior to 2003, AGTC received several SBIR grants for 3 different projects to advance treatments for rare diseases. But in 2003, the company applied for a Phase 1/2 grant and was initially awarded the grant, but the application had to be withdrawn due to the circumstances of VC ownership. This grant would have advanced the treatment for Pompe's disease, a fatal genetic disorder which results in the death of many infants by 1 year of age. No investors were willing to fund this early-stage work for Pompe's, and no further work has been done in the last 8 years. Currently, the company is working on one of the most promising programs to treat blindness in children caused by genetic disorders. An initial clinical study using their technology to treat Leber's congenital amaurosis, LCA, a rare retinal disease affecting a few thousand patients in the U.S., resulted in the first restoration of partial sight in legally blind patients with this inherited defective gene. The company desires to use their technology to treat 3 other genetic eye diseases, but are unable to do so because they have no resources available and they can't participate in the SBIR funding. In fact, AGTC did apply for a grant for one of these eye diseases called achromatopsia in anticipation of congressional resolution of matters of SBIR funding related to VC ownership. The grant was scored and awarded, but AGTC is unable to accept the funds due to the prevailing rules. As developers of the next generation of treatments for diseases that would have been unapproachable just a decade ago, we need to find ways to support these risky transformational therapies that could improve the lives of children and adults suffering from genetic disorders, infectious diseases, cancer, and autoimmune diseases, among others. This has personal and economic benefits to the individuals affected, the organizations and companies working on these initiatives, and society in general. We should update the SBIR program to reflect today's realities, and this has never been more important. The impact of the economic downturn is still being felt by the industry. The amount of venture capital dollars decreased by 27% between 2009 and 2010, and finding funding for promising early-stage projects is still difficult as it has ever been. There is an opportunity to strengthen and restore the SBIR program. First, allow small U.S. biotechnology companies that are majority owned by venture capitalists to once again compete for the SBIR awards based on scientific merit. This will ensure that the most competitive pool of applicants and grants will be awarded for projects that show the most promise in bringing breakthrough therapies to the public. Second, clarify SBIR eligibility rules to make the application process more straightforward and user-friendly. It is equally important that the reauthorization clarifies SBIR affiliation regulations.
Thank you for your testimony, Dr. Koenig.